ignored all the warnings, forgot the lessons, we abused our power. We played with genetics like it was a toy. We weren't careful. And now, here we are. This is a very different world.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Park Insider, or mainly the Insider, and what a surprise. Last Thursday we were surprised with the Jurassic World Evolution trailer that dropped in the evening, and boy did it surprise me. It really was. It was a big surprise. I was hyped as hell, and not just because it's dinosaurs, but because I was not expecting anything related to Jurassic World Evolution anytime soon. So this was a huge surprise. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this for the first time, by the way. This is the first time I make videos like these. Normally I make in-game content and do a voiceover a little bit like that. So this is the first time I do something different. Like we're going to recap what is going to be part of the new Jurassic World Evolution. Speaking of Jurassic World Evolution, happy 3rd anniversary with the game itself, builders. And I know a lot of you that follow my YouTube channel as well as my Instagram were members of the builder community in Jurassic World Evolution itself. And it is where it all started for me, because I've been playing video games for a long time. It's my spare time, my hobby. I love doing that. I love emerging in new worlds or be creative. And when I played Jurassic World Evolution 3 years ago, I started playing through the game, and suddenly I started posting more pictures about that. And that's how I started with an Instagram page, and I became the Jurassic World Insider. Now, on YouTube, I've changed into a more larger name, kind of like a name. So the Park Insider, because this is kind of like the thing I want to mainly do on this channel, with an exception of other stuff, of course. So it's really is something that started up my content and this channel, and it's very surprising to see that we are getting a new game. You have seen the trailer. I've posted it in the video at the start, and we're going to look at what we have over here. As you can see, this is the art for Jurassic World Evolution 2. It's available on their website itself. And we have the Tyrannosaurus, of course, which is it's not in-game, I think. It's more art and pictures combined, because the Triceratops over there looks very similar to what we have seen before. As well, the new Armaga. I have no clue how to say that, and the dinosaur. The smaller sauropod with spines. I need to look up the name for a sec. But we have Brachiosaurus, and we have Jurassic World Evolution version of the Pteranodon. So let's dive into the trailer first. Let's move through it and then check the pictures for some new stuff. So guys, here we are on the trailer. We're going to do this without the audio. So the first thing what I noticed when I saw this, if we go a little bit back, this is awesome. This is like we see a bird, but then suddenly we see it's, of course, a prehistoric pteranodon. And so this just looks amazing. Look at this. And of course the voiceover of Jeff Goldblum again. That's just, we need that. Without that, it's nothing. Let's go back for a second. So we have the desert over here. This looks like, I think it's Nevada or something. Does it look like Nevada? I'm not sure. It's like Monument Valley in the United States. I've been there for a holiday, and it looks very similar with all those mesas over here and hilltops and a little bit mountain range. And we see, of course, here, this is one of the Ranger vehicles we had Jurassic World Evolution 1, which is supposedly, I think, hurting maybe the animals. We have Triceratops, we have the Stegosaurus over here, and it is, of course, the Jurassic World Evolution version of the Triceratops. I'm not sure about the Stegosaurus. So far, it looks the same. If we continue, then suddenly we get these sauropods. And these are... I really have to get the name right, guys. This is something that I figure out is very hard. Every time when I have a dinosaur that is new, or I know the name, I kind of forget about it, because I'm very bad with names, even with people. So if you tell you your name is Bob, and I say... Johnson later, I'm sorry. So it is an AMARGASAURUS, and I know the dinosaur because it was also in Jurassic World Alive, I think, and Jurassic World the game, the mobile games, and you can see the spines over here, which is kind of like the iconic look for the dinosaur. It's not that big, by the way. I never thought it was as small as a Triceratops, as you can see there. So this is kind of like a surprise. And of course, Pteranodon, the Jurassic World Evolution had of the older ones. And let's skip a little bit back. We have, of course, the Jurassic Park versions of Pteranodons. We had the color scheme, which was similar. But I hope we get two versions of it, like the Jurassic World and the Jurassic Park version. And amazing to see that we are away from the islands. We have a power station here. I think this is one of those areas that brings in the power to everywhere. Maybe this is a new building. It is. It looks new, but maybe this is a new building. Like, instead the smaller ones, this is a large range, or maybe the power plants are turned into this. That's possible. I'm not sure what this is. This looks like a ranger station because of the parking spaces over there. If the fence looks very similar to the normal fences in Jurassic World. And we have the AV area over there, which is kind of cool, but if you look at it, it is broken on top. But this is a dome. This is clearly a dome, because if it was bigger, we should see a little bit more depth into it, I think. So this is like the Jurassic World Evolution 1 version, but then in the modern way. We've seen some more of those. And of course we've Brachiosaurus over there. Very cool. It looks so beautiful, this trailer. Awesome. And the monologue, of course, if you see the trailer in the beginning of the video. Very cool. This is a cool shot because we can see a lot of different foliage. We have, hopefully, because this isn't in-game, but we have a log over here, and we have different kind of rocks. That's kind of like, this is cinematic, you know, it's made to be a trailer, but it would be cool if we finally get these logs instead of using the mods on the PC. I never used mods because I'm a console player, with Jurassic World Evolution, that is. But we have snow darts over here. That's very cool. Trees, a new type of vehicle like a veterinarian. It's a little like a park ranger. And NASUTOCERATOPS with the iconic skin. This was kind of funny because it was thinking this is Compsognathus, but it turned out to be how do you say that? Coelophysis? In Dutch we say something different. Coelophysis. Coelophysis? We call it Coelophysis for now. So it's very much like a compy. And then we have what I think is the Tyrannosaurus. Some people speculate this is Spinosaurus, but no, I think it's this is Tyrannosaurus. Also, Look at the COELOPHYSIS. Beautiful. It's like the big brother of the compy. And it is, of course, something from the novels, if I can recall. We have Jurassic World Evolution 2, people. And the bigger surprise, we finally get aquatic animals. Maybe it's just a Mosasaurus, but we got this. All right, that's so awesome. Let's get into some of the screens we got. All right, first picture, guys. Brachiosaurus. There is no Jurassic World Evolution without Brachiosaurus, right? I mean, that's impossible. But look at the skins. It's so more high quality compared to the first game, which should be, because we really need to have some new next gen feeling. Like I said, it's gonna be also on the next gen consoles. I think PS4 and the Xbox will have the standard version, and then we have a possible upgrade version on the PS5 and the Xbox X. Was it the X? I'm not very into the Xbox series, by the way, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Don't scold me. But yeah, we have the Brachiosaurus over there, and they look fabulous. And there are, I think, different colors. One is darker than the other. It's not the shadow, but the left one looks a little bit darker. So I wonder if there is like a system with the skins as well, but maybe a little bit more like what Planet Zoo has. You have one type of species and different colors, but you can also, which is kind of like what Jurassic World Evolution is about, modify your dinosaurs and give them maybe more extended colors. So you have base colors and extended colors, like the weird colors on it or different camo, you know? So this looks like a little bit of a temperate / taiga area with the snow tops, the snow mountains in the back, which is very cool that we have snow. And look at the grass. You can see the patches in it and the dirt. I hope it is something something you might know I'm doing when playing Jurassic World Evolution or Planet Zoo is tapping. Some of the people follow me for a while know that I'm a tapper. Like I tap dance on the environment in the game, giving a different feeling, a little bit more realistic feeling of it. And I can see in this picture that it has that as well. Of course, we have some of the trees, the pine trees. What was it again? The one on the right is from the original game. I think it's the same. We get some older stuff as well, of course. But there are a lot of new trees, all the yellow and green, the pines and the trees over there, small ones as well. It looks very, very cool. Now for the next picture we have Stegosaurus. And I think it's a different Stegosaurus because it has the beak, if I'm correct. I think it has a beak. And I'm using stock pictures, by the way. I'm not showing. You don't see a cursor. I'm just voice-overing over the pictures, so if I'm trying to point it out, but you can see it. But maybe it's a little bit of shadow, but it looks gorgeous with the background over there. And this is a desert biome. And so we have the mountains over there, and we have cacti over there. We have small ones and the larger ones. And I saw people pointing out, I think it was a video from Rudy Camel, that says the cactus over here on the right, the large one, looks exactly identical to the one from Planet Zoo. Does that mean they're using the same models? Like we have models of those already, we're using them in the style for Jurassic World Evolution, because it's a little bit of a different style. Or is this maybe the meaning with more freedom in customizations? Like they do more mixing of Jurassic World Evolution with the Planet Zoo game. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome. As you can see, the beautiful rock on the left side, and behind it you see the Innovation Center. which is basically still the same, I guess. And the fence looked the same as well, but the foliage, the terrain, you can see the water as well. It's like wet in front in the lower part of the picture, like wet an area. I hope we can do more with water. I really hope that it's not just one level of water where they can all walk through, but I want deeper water because we have aquatic animals. But I hope so. And yeah, I think it looks gorgeous, this setting. Really does. And then we have NASUTOCERATOPS. Beautiful. It has way more details if it's I'm looking at it, but I think it has way more details, and I hope it's the final game as well. It's also a very different skin compared to the NASUTOCERATOPS from the first Jurassic World Evolution, because I can't remember one with the brown and the red-orange patterns on top of its crest, but it looks gorgeous. You can see the details indeed a little bit more on the face, and it's lying down, which is kind of normally. But I think we had a lot of more behaviors as well. Very beautiful to see that. Not much else. You can see the same trees we saw with the Brachiosaurus. So I think it's same terrain. So yeah, it looks awesome. Now we have the first new dinosaur. It's not the first one we saw, but one of the first new dinosaurs in the game, COELOPHYSIS. And a lot of people, including myself, thought it was a Compsognathus. But watching for the second time, I realized that we're a little bit too big for a Compsognathus. And maybe they changed things, but this is an animal from the, I think it was the Triassic period. It was one of the earliest dinosaurs, including Herrerasaurus. And it's like the compy that was used in no, wait, I'm saying that wrong because I haven't read the novels. I'm not into everything related to Jurassic World, of course. Otherwise, I had a very different channel. But the COELOPHYSIS was on the roster of the original park. In the movies, it never happened, but in the novel, I thought it happened. And we have Procompsognathus, which was a bigger version, so it's comparable. Comparable with the COELOPHYSIS, but they look gorgeous. I like the yellow and the green. It's going to flow over each other. Very beautiful. And I hope that seeing this picture, it has pack hunting as well. Something the fans really want, and I hope Frontier is listening to that as well. I think we see a new foliage type as well in the middle, as you can see that. Not sure what type of plant that is, but it is a different foliage. I love the grass, by the way. It looks way more like colder area, but also more dirty or dry, like in the different pictures as well. Very cool to see COELOPHYSIS making an appearance. And then we have an overview of the park, or at least a park, because they said we had a lot more freedom. We're going away from the islands into the rest of the world. And okay, this is kind of my opinion, and which I hope we get. I still hope we get the islands, because that is iconic to the franchise, and I want to build on the tropical islands of the Les Muerta. And as you can see here, we have mountains with snow, so we are a little bit more north. And I think this is going to be towards the northern parts of North America, towards Canada, you know. We see the Innovation Center as well. I'm using my mouse, but you don't see my mouse. It's kind of like weird. But maybe I will do that. I don't have the right tools for that for the first time. I just want to try this out first before I go to get more tools for these type of videos. But we see the Innovation Center. We have on the right side, very far to the right, we have a building that looks like an entrance, because it's on the main road. It's the main path towards the Innovation Center, like in the movie. There are some buildings that are looking similar to the ones of the first game, but also some new stuff. And a very far to the left, and also in the middle a little bit, you see the towers, the observation platforms, those are still the same. Fences look the same, maybe a little bit different close-up of it is shown. But we have on the left corner down below, we have a power plant which has solar power. Those solar panels, something new. That's very cool. And I think the ACU, which has a different look, with the helicopter platform. Yeah, I don't see anything else directly notable, but in the back, towards the water, you see the new aviary. And the thing is, I think the aviaries look different in the pictures, in all the other pictures. We saw in the trailer a dome version, and this one looks like, you can see that this is long, but also has this corner into it. It looks like an L. Know what I mean? If you don't know what I mean, I'm sorry. Hard to explain that. In Dutch I can, but in English sometimes I need to figure out how to tell you guys what I think. But it's like it has a corner into it, you know? So that's kind of new. And here we have a main street. It's not the same picture because of the aviary in the back is different. Maybe it is, by the way. Oh, I think it is. I'm not sure about that, but we have we have the same pathways, but it looks way different. As you can see, pathway in the middle is the orange we all know. Then we have the gray path lines, which are very small. And I'm not sure, but in game you can do the wider path and then the small one next to it. But this looks way smaller, so does it mean we have more abilities or ways to make pathways? That would be awesome. And we have some different buildings, but some look the same. I'm not sure what the left one is. Oh, it's a cinematic building. It's a cinema. It has this camera roll of the camera with a camera roll on top of the logo. That's very cool. Building's also different. Still the same style, but it has different colors. The same goes for the bowling alley on the other side of the pathway. A different building. I think it's more neutral. And that's very cool. And the arcade, we have an arcade on the left, further up towards the innovation center, and I cannot make out what the purple building is. I cannot see what that is. But we still have a beautiful view, which is amazing to see. Over there with the mountains itself. Very cool. Yeah, I'm very surprised, guys, by this. Really am. I'm very happy to see what they are making. And we have the aviary as well over there. We're getting a closer look to the aviary right now. So this is the inside of the aviary, and it's a whole different experience, I think, compared to what we had in the first game. It's kind of like, I'm not sure what that is in the back. We have another aviary in the back, as you can see that, a dome or a longer dome. But this is kind of the same, and it's very cool to see that the terrain is the same as the environment surrounding the park. Does that mean we have customization options as well? That would be very cool. But we see the beautiful Pteranodon, the one with the red one from Jurassic World with the how do you say that thing on its head? The comb. It's a small tip on the head instead of the longer ones we saw in the Lost World of Jurassic Park, as well as Jurassic Park 3, of course. And it looks gorgeous. So I'm wondering, is it all customizable? And what is the white between this aviary and the aviary in the back? Is that a pathway, or is that something else? Or is that just snow? I'm not sure. But it looks beautiful, it really does. And it gives a whole feeling that it is something differently. Oh, I just noticed that on the right side, next to the aviary with the white cap on it, I think that is a gallery. to watch dinosaurs. It looks similar to it. Maybe a new version of it, but who knows? And then we have AMARGASAURUS. Yes, I'm saying it right in the first time because the name is on top of it. So AMARGASAURUS is a small it's not a theropod insider, it's a sauropod. You have mentioned this like twice already. It's a sauropod. It's smaller than the Apatosaurus, the Diplodocus, but I think it's bigger than a Nigersaurus. The Nigersaurus was in the first game as a DLC dinosaur, but this is a whole new dinosaur, and I love to see new dinosaurs in the franchise. I like the bones or the spikes. It's like bony spikes. The detail's amazing on it. The color is still like, if I'm looking back to the Triceratops and the NASUTOCERATOPS and COELOPHYSIS, it's all a little bit blank, like basic colors, I think. But they look still cool. And I don't need to see a dinosaur directly with tiger stripes or something. I mean, we have raptors with that, but yeah, it's a very beautiful looking dinosaur. You can see the foliage of the cactus already. That's indeed looks a lot like the Planet Zoo cacti. Very cool. And then we have the Triceratops, and I see the Hammond Creation Lab looks pretty much the same. Maybe it's a little bit bigger, but I'm not sure. And Triceratops looks similar, more detailed. I love the grass, by the way. Very cool. We can finally make this a savanna, like not having sand and you want to have grass on the sand and it turns back to green. That's kind of what happened with Jurassic World Evolution's first game. But I really like the color on the trike. It has this... It looks a little bit green to me. I have to zoom in on that. And of course I have my phone in my hand so I can zoom in on it, but it does like having a little bit of greenish on top of it. I like it. I love it. Yeah, really do. And then we have another picture of the buildings in the game. I can see the ACU, and if you can look at it, let's first we first go to the left. We start with the left, and this is kind of like, I see some double stuff. I think it is customizable that they show it off. But we have a building on the left, which I cannot really make out of what it is. It looks like a water silo and maybe some storage units. We have a helicopter platform and another building, which I think is a car. Maybe it's one of those Jeepy things, the larger Jeeps. Not sure. The vet, maybe it's a veterinarian. Could be cool if we have those. And then to the lower area, much closer to us, is a building as well. I really cannot make out what it is. But next to it, we have what I think is or a range station or an ACU unit station. Because we have a helipad with a helicopter on it. And we also have jeeps. But we saw another helipad up there, so we have different helipads. We also would, because we saw that in the trailer, maybe might not be in the game, of course, because it's a trailer and not an in-game one, is that we have maybe different buildings with jeeps or vehicles. I think that's a possibility. And then way more to the right, more right up corner, is what I think a power station. Looks also very small compared to, not very small, but smaller, more compact compared to what we had in the original game. And last but not least, we have the almighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. And boy, does it look great. The details on the Tyrannosaurus. I think this is the Rexy skin. The details, the colors, it's so perfect. It's way better than it was in the original game. I'm looking at it and I'm being mesmerized. It looks so good. Also, the fence over there is a different type of fence. It has the bars and has the spikes up there, but and that's something similar than similar like the one from the Return to Jurassic Park fences, but it also has this lower part. You see that? I'm not sure what it is, but it's something new, and I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, and the last information we are going to look at after these great screenshots is some more details about the game itself. I'm not going to read everything, and indeed it's going to be in the late 2021 on the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X or the S, the PS4 and the Xbox One. So that's very cool. We have the trailer, of course, and we are looking into the more information we have. So based on the Universal's picture blockbuster film franchise and created in collaboration with Universal Games and digital platforms, Jurassic World Evolution 2 builds upon the groundbreaking and beloved 2018 dinosaur park management simulation, Jurassic World Evolution 1. It offers players a thrilling front seat as they take charge of one of the greatest theme parks of all time. With a brand new immersive narrative campaign voiced by cast members from across the Jurassic World film franchise, exciting new features, 4 engaging game modes, and an enhanced and expanded roster of dinosaurs, Jurassic World Evolution 2 provides fans with everything they need to create authentic and compelling Jurassic World experiences. That's very cool because we have Jeff Goldblum in the game, and later we had Bryce Howard with the voice in the Claire DLC. But this means we have more people representing their role from the movies into the game itself. That's so cool to hear. Very cool that we have 4 game modes. We had campaign, sandbox, and challenging mode. But we have another game mode for this version of the game, or at least this sequel. This is not a new version, it's a sequel. We have an enhanced and expanded roster of dinosaurs. So that makes me wondering. We get, later on we see that, we have 75 plus dinosaur species. Or prehistoric species, that is. Is it going to be like, we get all the dinosaurs back from Jurassic World Evolution 1? Or maybe over time, when I hope to see a lot of dinosaurs returning. It would be sad that some dinosaurs are being left out. They were part of 1, but are not returning into 2. I hope they are not planning on that. But yeah, new dinosaurs. We've seen the new Pteranodon, COELOPHYSIS, AMARGASAURUS. So that's very cool. A lot of new dinosaurs are going to be part of the roster. Then we have players will leave the Muertes archipelago for the first time and build their own authentic Jurassic World across diverse new environments, from dense forests to scorched deserts, in efforts to conserve and contain more than 75 prehistoric species. Very cool. Very cool. These include the all-new flying and marine reptiles. So, not just the Pteranodon, I think, because that's just one, and the Mosasaurus is just one marine reptile. Does that include, like, the Morphodon or Plesiosaurus? That would be very cool. Brought to life with captivating realism. They display brand new behaviors as they interact with each other, fight for dominance, and react intelligently to the world around them. Very cool, but that's something I missed when the game came out in 2018. And was finalized with them sleeping and having a little bit more behaviors. But I'm missing some stuff like herbivores screaming or roaring towards a predator and to keep them away, like ganging up and pack hunting is something I really want to see. So we have the NASUTOCERATOPS over there. In Jurassic World Evolution 2, players dive into an original single-player campaign featuring iconic film actors reprising their roles. John, Dr. Ian Malcolm, voiced by Jeff Goldblum, and Claire Dearing, voiced by Bryce Dallas Howard, in an immersive and exciting and narrative experience set after the earth-shattering events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Very cool. Oh, Chaos Theory mode is another major addition. It offers the reimagined take on pivotal moments from the Jurassic World film franchise as players strive to make their own mark and change the course of events. Sounds like a what-if situation. Very cool to see the Chaos Theory, because Chaos Theory was like a toy franchise or toy line with dinosaurs being very differently and changed, like chaos, more sharp claws and colors and shooting venom, like everything was a Dilophosaurus for a moment. Elsewhere, for those looking to unleash their creativity, Sandbox mode delivers everything players need to create their perfect park. I hope we can do that from the start. While challenging mode tests their mastery of the game. I still need to do challenging modes in the original one, I only finished one. So I have something to do before this new game comes out. Across all modes, we've dramatically improved our signature management and construction gameplay to give players everything needed to create their ultimate Jurassic Worlds. Whether it's deeper management, tools and creative options, fresh buildings to construct and customize. That's cool. Or handy shortcuts to make life easier. In Jurassic World Evolution 2, players can truly flex their managerial muscle. And it launches in late 2021. Awesome, that is very cool, guys. I'm looking forward to this game. It makes me so exciting that I really want to head back into Jurassic World Evolution 1 and finish a lot of stuff before the new one comes out. Because I didn't really have the creativity to continue on for a bit. I had plans, but it was like, yeah, it's too easy and I want to make videos out of it anyway. So it's time I need to finish this, because I kind of want to finish this and move on to the next one. That doesn't mean I will never look to Jurassic World Evolution 1, because that's how it all started for me, of course. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you all had the information you also wanted to know. At least I did. And I hope you guys are also looking forward to the game, and when it comes out, we should definitely look into it and share everything we can manage to build. So I'm very excited. I'm not scared that it's going to be way differently, because I love Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2 can only be better. So cheers to another beautiful game. We can build any more beautiful parks in it. Something I can rely on. Guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you want to see more Planet Zoo and of course the upcoming Jurassic World Evolution 2, we have also Prehistoric Kingdom coming our way. So if you want to see more of those, definitely subscribe to my channel and leave a like. And let me know in the comments what is the most exciting thing for you that's going to be dropped with Jurassic World Evolution 2. Let me know and we can chat about it. So once again, thank you very much. I am the Insider, and till next time.